My people, how on a day? How is everybody? I hope you guys are doing okay. Because me, I'm doing okay here. I'm telling you, I not send, I not send anybody. Okay, don't mind all those mad people, all those crazy people. They never see anything. After they finish with us, when they hear anything like yeah, young people from Nigeria, or when they hear anything like take it back movement or anything at all about people with this stubborn with them, they go run. They never know anything. I beg. Today I want to start on a very, very beautiful. I can adjust myself today. I know no want. No want. Today they ready for anybody. I beg, make I do one small, get one song when I dey sing before I open. I beg, no calls now, please, no calls. We are not receiving any calls now. I beg, do me a favor, no calls. All right, I beg, no calls. Do you know this song? My God is a miracle God. My God is a miracle God, oh. He will never change, he can never change. He will do what he says he will do. I can see him working in my favor. I can see him fighting my battles. I can see him bringing me my miracles. He will do what he says he will do. If you don't know that song, make I play you another one. This one, if you don't know then maybe you be small boy for this our Christian race. But listen. Woo! Turning around for my good. I can see everything turning around. See everything, oh, everything, oh. Brother, I can see everything turning around. Everything turning around, turning around for my good. I can see everything turning around, turning around for my good. See everything, oh. Turning around, oh, for my good. I can see everything turning around. See everything, oh, turning around, oh. Hey!
Oh yeah, the Bible says in Romans 8:28, for we know that everything works together for good to them that love God.
Yes, so. That's how we're gonna start today's show. You know what? We don't usually do shows on Saturdays, but they say if desperate times require desperate measures. So that's why we're doing the program today. You see, sometimes when people think that they're doing you bad, when people, organize things in such a way that it will be for your destruction, okay? They turn around and make that thing, as that thing that they meant for bad, God actually turns it around for your good. We've been on this Sowore case, we've been agitating, we've been doing this. Just a few days ago, 2 days ago, they released Sowore, and we're all very excited. And I stood here and I praised God and I said, you know what? I believe God that this was going to happen, and it happened. And all of a sudden, it was like they took our joy away from us. They took our fun away from us. They brought in sadness. They brought in sorrow. But you know what? We refuse. We reject it. We send it back to wherever it came from. We are not deterred. They cannot bring us down. We are in charge of ourselves. We are in control of how we want to feel. Yes, they may hurt this flesh. They may do everything. They may hold Sowore, squeeze him, do everything, but you cannot kill the spirit. And so this morning, I want you to know that whatever you are feeling about this Sowore thing, just today, By the time I finish talking with you, you'll be able to see that there is every reason for you to rejoice. I'm telling you, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you don't even believe in anything at all, but I'm telling you, there is reason for us to rejoice. Let me tell you something. God is not a small God. God is not even man. He said, have I said anything and have I not done it? He said, I am not a man that I should lie. No. Whatever I say I will do it. And so, all of those of you that have prayed, all of those of you who have remained faithful, all those of you who believe in justice, who believe in peace, and you have been steadfast, God has promised us victory. And I told you that if God does not win, I will abandon my faith. I've said it a lot of times. And some of you say, Bro Chidi, don't say that too. Bro Chidi, don't say that. No. See, me, the kind of faith that I have, I don't wait for, God doesn't owe me anything. God does not have to prove himself to me. I don't wait for God to do something. I don't wait for the miracle to happen, then I go and praise God. No, I'm not the kind of people that say, if you do this for me, I would. No. Me, I have an attitude of thanksgiving already. When I look at everything that God has done, I am so grateful to God. When I see the things that he is doing, if not for God who is on our side, if it was not God who was on our side, Omoyele Sowore should be dead by now. If it was not God on our side, look at what happened yesterday. They would have messed him up. But did you see ordinary people? Did you see our comrades, fellow comrades, without gun? They muzzled down that DSS man. That is the power of God in our lives. And so, that God who started this good work in us, he is faithful to bring it to completion. He is the God of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He said he's a very fair God. He said, what I did for one, I will do for the other one. So why should you be moved? Why should you be moved? Why should you bother when I am the one? In fact, there's a way we begin to behave or think or feel. Then it shows that we don't even trust the person who is fighting our battle. The battle is mine, says the Lord, not yours. He says, having done all things, stand. So that's what we have to do. For me, I am standing on the authority of the word of God. That is for me. You don't have to be like me. I'm not preaching this morning and telling, or afternoon or evening or whatever time it is where you are. I didn't come here to preach. I came here to inspire you. I came here to encourage you today. I came here to tell you that, look, you know how I feel this thing in the morning, afternoon, night. It's part of me. I drink it, I smell it, I feel it, everything. But if I can feel like this, then maybe there are things that I know, there are things that I have seen that I am very, very convinced. I am fully persuaded that what we are seeing, everything that is happening, it is orchestrated, it is planned for our good. Have you not forgotten? Did you not hear it before, where the good book, the Bible, for those of us who are Christians, where it says that I know the thoughts that I have for you. In some versions it says, for I know the plans that I have for you. They are plans of good. Listen carefully. They are plans of good. They are thoughts of good. If you really know that God is your Father, you need to listen to him. Now you need to go to the message that he left for you. You need to go to that love letter that he read, that he wrote, and he left for us to go and waiting they call in English, help me, go and consult in times like this. And in that book he says, for I know the thoughts that I have for you, says the Lord. They are thoughts and plans of good, not of evil. And these plans, these thoughts are there, prepared, created, designed to bring you to an expected end. He says your end will be better than your beginning. So wherever we started with this thing, whatever we have suffered for the sake of the cause of the good of our country, God said that everything, even said that everything we are going through, all these God calls them light afflictions, all the throwing Sowore on the ground, all the punching him, all the this, all the that, all the smearing his name, what have they not tried to do? They are finished now. Bring it on. What else do you want? You accuse him of stealing money. You accuse him of doing this. You accuse him of destabilization. You don't finish now. Wait, you are accusing him of sleeping with somebody's wife. You accuse him of doing this. Everything you has it not finished? But God is saying, I am seeing all of this, and you guys just need to stand and watch me do what I am doing. So I'm saying that we should be encouraged. It is not only a Nigerian affair right now. It has gone beyond the shores of the country. Let me first of all appreciate members of the Nigerian Bar Association. Initially it was just the group in Lagos, the branch in Lagos, that was attacking the government, expressing how they feel. But I was a little bit impressed. I was impressed when I saw that the Nigerian Bar Association, this is like their national body, that their national body has stepped in. And you know what the Nigerian Bar Association, this one is no longer me and you. Know me and you, they call us thugs. They call us big mouth. Every day we come here, we talk. This one don't pass us. When people like Nigerian Bar Association themselves, them too, don't say, this thing is enough is enough. So now Nigerian Bar Association by themselves, they don't talk say, wait, I will show you wetin they talk. Nigerian Bar Association say them no want this kind thing again. Wait, that thing where they talk, just give me 1 second. You know, say out of excitement, some things where you go prepare, when excitement catch you like this, you go even forget all of them. But I bind anything we want to make me forget. I bind you. The kind binding when I take bind you now waiting they go take to open you. So Nigerian Bar Association, let me read to you what they said. They said that they demand the immediate suspension of the Director General of the Department of State Service. That's what they said. They said they want the Director General of State Service, they want him to be they want the guy to step down immediately. They don't even want to make the guy waste time at all. They said he should just step down. They don't tire for the guy. It's enough. The one way you do, it don't do. Make you just leave us alone. Where this man? Where the man? Where this bitchy guy? I ain't be this. I will soon show now. Some of you don't know the person who is. Nigeria. They will sit down in their office. They will be there chopping all the money, and they will go and be sending people to go and do their dirty job. You see that guy that's always grabbing Sowore and wrestling with him. Oh, that guy, I no go even talk anything. I know say na your work. You will tell us that it's your work that you're doing. All that thing where that you are holding Sowore. Okay, make you do that work finish. Come now. Should be you go come out for street. We go see you for area. Make you they do what you they do. One day, this one no be on level of work. You go do your work finish, so that they go talk say we they commit crime or we they do hate speech. One day you go answer to us, because that your uniform. No be every day you go wear that uniform. But this is the man. This na the man wey be the problem with Nigeria. Where these people they talk about. That's the man. This is the what's his name? Bichi, Yusuf Bichi. He's the one that NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, is demanding his immediate suspension over the style used in rearresting Omoyele Sowore in the court premises, inside court. Now him they come rearrest Omoyele Sowore. So Nigerian Bar Association, they are not happy. That's why I'm going to stop the story. But then there are other things, just to let you know that people are talking everywhere around the world. People are so pissed off with the government. They are not happy at all. I will tell you one gist. I have not confirmed it, but there's a gist going around. Make I finish with Nigeria before I go outside Nigeria and tell you guys what people are talking outside the country. That's why you see me dancing. That's why you see me singing, because what they meant for evil, it has turned around for our own good. And that is how it will continue, in the name of Jesus Christ. And the whole church said, Amen. Hey, Oturugbeke, they are in trouble. Very, very serious trouble. So they get one gist where then talk, say something talk. I don't know. But they are trying to say that it was Osinbajo that convinced President Buhari to allow Sowore to be released, that Sowore will not be a threat to the administration, that only then Osinbajo assured that it was after that Osinbajo went and assured the judge to release Sowore, and that she will not be in any problem. Osinbajo told the judge, just release Sowore, you will not be in problem. But unknowingly to Osinbajo, a chief of staff of the federation had informed the Northern Cabal that they should convene in Aso Rock. At the same time, they ordered SSS to stop the release even before convincing President Buhari to change his mind. And later on, they advised Buhari that they had stopped the release by adding new charges on Sowore, instead of make Buhari be angry at his fellow Northerners and say, why you guys won't put us into trouble? Buhari now called Osinbajo and say, Osinbajo, I'm calling to inform you that the DSS have uncovered the new offense against Sowore, and that Sowore is to be detained until after this administration is over and handed over to the incoming administration in 2023. Osinbajo say, waiting, Oga, how can you do this? It's unfair now. And then President Buhari told Osinbajo, I beg, please respect my decision. That na gist to underground gist. I don't know where that one come from, whether it is true, whether it is false, so we don't know. But that is the gist that is going around. You might see it one place or the other. But the gist, the main gist, the original gist that is in the house, the one that you saw that made me start to jump up and down. Now this video that I have to play for you. This video, after you see this video, maybe you will understand why me I dey feel the way I dey feel. It is really an interesting video. Yeah, that video made my day. It is a video that shows Omoyele Sowore's wife, because a lot of you keep asking, what's the wife doing now? We know they see the wife now. What is happening? All right, I need you to listen carefully to this video, because this is the video now where the matter dey now. In fact, the matter don't pass this video. As at the time of me preparing this my broadcast, the matter don't go beyond this video. But make you watch the video first, and then we'll talk later.
New Jersey is watching, the United States is watching, and the world is watching. I fear that the blatant harassment of Mr. Sowore and activists and journalists whose only crime appears to be exercising his right to free expression is becoming symptomatic of increasingly closing political and civic space in Nigeria. The Nigerian court had twice ordered his release on bail, and the state security agencies openly defied the court order each time, leading me to conclude either that Nigeria no longer respects the rule of law, or President Buhari is woefully out of touch with what agents of his government are doing in his name. This is unacceptable in a country that calls itself a democracy. Please join us. I'm sorry we have time constraints, so we started, but
Thank you very much.
this is Mrs. Opayemi Sowore. The court had twice ordered his release on bail, and the state security openly defied the court order each time, leading me to conclude that Nigeria is no longer respecting the rule of law, or President Buhari is woefully out of touch with what agents of his government are doing in his name. This is unacceptable in a country that calls itself a democracy. Freedom of the press is a fundamental pillar of democracy and an indispensable check on government overreach. Journalists who risk their lives to expose the truth should be celebrated, not incarcerated. Over 200 years ago, our founding fathers had the foresight to recognize the importance of a free press to a fledgling democracy, enshrining it in our First Amendment. Today, that importance cannot be overstated. It is unacceptable to treat the husband and father of a U.S. citizen with such blatant cruelty. So we stand here with a family who is devastated by the uncertainty that these actions have caused. Today, my office contacted our ambassador in Nigeria in an effort to obtain answers about what actions the United States is taking on the Sowore family's behalf. In the next several days, I'll continue to engage with the State Department in Washington to ascertain the impact that the rearrest of Mr. Sowore and the detention of other activists and journalists will have on our relationship with Nigeria. My hope is that the bilateral relationship we have with Nigeria will be reassessed in light of these events. Mr. Sowore needs to be free, and he needs to be free now. The rule of law must be observed, and that means he should be liberated. With that, I invite Mrs. Sowore to say a few remarks.
Thank you. After over 125 days of my husband being in detention illegally, he was finally set free yesterday. He got to speak to myself and the children. For the first time, they got to see his eyes when they spoke to him, when we FaceTimed with him. I haven't told them yet that he was rearrested. I am truly shaken to my core at what I witnessed this morning. I was woken up at 4 a.m. to see what I can only call truly outrageous and a gross disregard for the rule of law. My husband was strangled and forcefully removed from the courtroom. The judge had to run and hide for her own safety. How do I tell my children who, after 125 days, have for the very first time spoken to their dad and seen his face, that he is again in detention and he may not be coming home for Christmas? How do they understand this, and where do they go from here? How do they understand this? My 10-year-old has on his Christmas list, one of the things he wants is for his dad to be home for Christmas. Christmas is only a few days away. What do I tell him when I leave here and get home?
Mr. Sowore only seems to be having any difficulties because he's a journalist, actively pursuing the right as a journalist, speaking freely about what's happening in Nigeria. He is an activist and publisher of a U.S.-based Sahara Reporters newspaper, and we're going to continue to press until he's not only released, but he ultimately has the opportunity to leave Nigeria and be reunited with his family. We're happy to answer a couple of questions.
Again, ma'am, sorry for everything that's going on. Again, you said that you saw the video of him being pained again and all. Again, what went through your mind when you saw this?
I started physically shaking. The first thing that came out of my mouth is my children. How do I tell my children? I am truly afraid for his life, and at this point, I believe the only way to bring him home is with the help of the United States And I can't say how grateful I am to not be at this alone. Sitting in my room this morning at 4 a.m., I truly felt helpless. But knowing that Senator Menendez is here supporting me and that he's helping to engage the U.S. government gives me hope that my husband will be home soon.
Anyone else?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
I just question maybe first for you, Ms. Sowore. Can you just walk me through a little bit of how did you find out about what had happened in the courtroom and was it from different sources? Just talk a little bit about that, what you first heard about, and then go from there.
Sure. At 4 in the morning, a really dear friend of mine called. She didn't want me to wake up to the news. And like I said, when she told me about what happened, I started physically shaking and thinking about my children. I was briefed by my husband's cousin, who was present in the courtroom, as well as some of his friends, as to what was happening. I think what scares me the most about what happened is what I've heard is in the history of Nigeria, I don't think that the DSS has gone into a courtroom armed with weapons, masked, and put not only the life of my husband at risk, but the life of many lawyers, as well as the judge who also works for the government. So it is a show of lawlessness, a show that the rule of law is not being followed here and not being respected. And not only did his lawyer speak out against what was happening, the judge also spoke out against what was happening in the courtroom today. And like I said, I truly am afraid for his life.
The judge actually commented while the arrest or after the arrest took place?
At the very beginning, the judge did comment on what was happening and spoke about this is not the place or time. And again, she gave them 24 hours to the point that Senator Menendez made a second ago. They have detained him for over 125 days on two separate occasions, once on September 24th and then on October 4th. Judges have ordered his release, and the Nigerian government has ignored those and has been in clear violation of the orders for him to be released. So after giving them 24 hours, they let him out for 12 hours and then rearrest him when the court was adjourned to February. That's scary. That's really scary that they would do that with guns and masks and choke him and physically hurt him right there with cameras going and people watching in front of a judge. It just, again, shakes me to my core.
Anyone else?
Sowore, both of you, could you talk about, did you find out what charges they slapped on him? New ones? Or they still haven't said anything?
Well, my understanding is not a question of new charges, a question that the state security came in and intervened in a judicial process which had liberated him and physically, through a chokehold, dragged him off. This is in violation not only of the rule of law and of the dictates of the court, it's in violation of the basic elements of human rights that we seek to observe globally, that are part of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that Nigeria, I believe, is a signatory to. And so the government has to intercede here and get control of its security forces. It has to ultimately make sure that the dictates of the courts are observed. And if not, then there is lawlessness. So this is on, from my perspective, it's on the government of Nigeria and its president to make sure that, in fact, the law is observed. He was released by court orders. He should be released. He should be out of harm's way. And we are watching. We will continue to press. And the consequences of anything happening to Mr. Sowore will be far beyond any harm that comes to him. There will be consequences in our relationship with Nigeria. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, oh, Turugbeke, did you hear that? There will be consequences in our relationship with Nigeria. This one is not a matter of, let them go and sit down. Let them go and sit down. They are meddling in other countries. If the United States of America tell you, say, wait. If the United States of America tell you, say, there will be consequences. Consequences is consequences. You're gonna, man. You know, man, get out of here, man. Hey, man, if you gonna mess around with the United States of America, man, okay, you are in deep offender, man. Get out of get out of here. When US tells you that, you are in DEEP SHIT, man, gonna. What I'm trying to say is, look, Nigeria, let me tell you if you don't understand, African countries, we all, by the state that our leaders have put us into, we are under the heavy influence of places like America. I'm telling you, when you hear World Bank, where do you think it is? In America. When you hear the United Nations, where do you think it is? In America. Headquarters of USAID, where the people that give all these, where do you think it is? In America. So if America pick your file, which is like this, plenty, all the conventions that you see all these people going, all the military this, military that, so many things. If America ever declares you as a bad person, all the American people that are doing business with you, have you ever seen where maybe sports person, a celebrity, says just one wrong word, just opens their mouth and says one wrong word, everybody will just abandon them? That's what could happen to Nigeria. And that's what our government officials don't like. Our government officials, they don't do anything within Nigeria. Waiting, it's not within Nigeria that they get their money. All of them, state governors, this, that, they have a lot of loan applications that they get, and they chop the money and they leave the burden for the people of the state or for the federal. Do you see how much money? I think there was a demonstration by Frederick Oderige and the Coalition for the Security and Democracy in Nigeria. They did one. I've not seen the clip of their demonstration at the World Bank, that they should not give Nigeria a loan, because when you give this loan, it does not get to the right people. Look at so many people who have given loans to Nigeria. Why they pull out is that they don't see the money being used. So when US says that they are going to sanction you, it is a big deal. For some of you that don't think it's a big deal, please know that it is a big deal. I want to show you guys something else that gladdens my heart. We were talking about one senator. I like what is happening. You know, the black senators, they will be asking them, you people should say something about this, so you people should say something about this, so they don't want to say something. But as the white senators started talking, it's kind of funny. The black senators themselves now got very, very upset. They said, what is happening now? This how we will stay here? It will come be white people. They fight for our black brother. And so you know what they did? The black senators now say, no, we too, we want to be part of this thing. Waiting, I beg, we too, we are part of it. And so this other senator, Cory Booker, that's him. This United States Senator Cory Booker, he has joined Bob Menendez, he has joined Senator Bob Menendez, a ranking member of the U.S. Senate's Foreign Relations Committee, in condemning the rearrest of Omoyele Sowore. So before, when we tell Buhari, say, come, make una know they do this thing, when I do, they don't want to hear. We say make una know they do as this thing still dey small o. Make una release this young man, make he go im way o. They refuse. Now this senator Bob Menendez don put hand for the matter. Make I read am for you. It is on Friday. Menendez had said the brutal manner in which Sowore's arrest was arrested was a blatant miscarriage of justice, and he promised to have his country intervene on the matter. Booker himself come talk say that the situation, he described the situation as dangerous, and he promised to assent to any move. That means say I will vote in favor of any move that will uphold the rule of law in that country. He said it's appalling. It's appalling. If somebody they speak English, say appalling. Let me say the person not finish. It's appalling that New Jersey journalist Omoyole Sowore was rearrested in Nigeria hours after his release. America does not joke with the rule of law. That is where you see democracy being promised. He said that it is shocking, it is a shocking affront to the country's rule of law, and Nigeria must cease and desist its dangerous attacks on freedom of expression. So the US senators they talk. And when they talk like that, if you get sense, you got to change. But incidentally, you get people in our Senate where they call themselves Sabi. Meanwhile, they be mumu. They know they hear something. But you know, say the waiting, the death we go kill dog. You know the gram smell something. You know they smell shit anymore. The time we dog no fit smell shit again. And be say death don't come, but the dog no know. The dog go still dey parade. He say he don't dey alive. No say death don't collect. So now the death we go kill all of these are people. Kill na paraphrase, you know. It's not hate speech. I don't want to kill anybody and make them live and see what we shall become tomorrow. Let my enemy live and see what I shall become tomorrow. Now waiting the man where they tie for firing squad. They want to execute the man. They come say, do you have any last words? He say, I didn't do anything. But let my enemy live and see what I shall become tomorrow. Say, which kind tomorrow again when they won't kill you? So I don't want them to die, but be like say that death will go destroy them. They don't block their eyes, don't block their ear. They know they hear. Kuba, our president, don't get ear problems since. Maybe that's why I know they hear. But moving on, you see as things don't they heat up. But before we can't go very far, make I no come keep una come the talk because when you talk too much, talking too much without doing some other thing, I hear say it dey make Jack a dull boy. So from the house of say worship media, inside worship media we can't get grateful family and we can't get this ogbonge, they get this artist we una never see. This artist, we had to import him specially to come and tell us what is happening in Nigeria. So I'm going to play this music. When I come back, we're going to review that video of that thing will happen for court. So don't go away. Meanwhile, you can go, if you don't subscribe, a lot of you didn't know that we're broadcasting on Saturday today. This is a special broadcast. It's because you're not subscribed. If you're subscribed, and when you subscribe, you have to go back and click on that bell. That's why we're telling you people, click on that bell. When you click on that bell, that small bell, where it is still somewhere around, around here. No, it is go here. You see that sign where you see around here, around here. Make you click on the thing. After all, like that, no point and where point somewhere, like this. When you click on it, you see subscribe, and click on the notification button. Then anytime when we do any broadcast, it go come tell you, Chidi is broadcasting. If you don't hear and no be like that, so you just get a notification based on your setting. But let us go and listen to this song by Grateful Family. It's a song I think it is relevant. They don't tell where they sing this song, but the song is relevant to what is happening right now.
Oh God, our help in ages past, our youths are not secure. They've had no jobs for ages past, and all our hope is lost. No light in the water, no cash at all. Oh. Now so suffer head we dey for here. Oh. Hey, yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, you don't gas for here. Yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, so you don't gas for here. Before they ran our country down, we had plenty food to spare. But now in the midst of so much wealth, we cannot even eat. Sorry for us. Manene goda pufu we korobia, no more borobia na ta. Ihe nka jobu onwe ya biko no. Hey, jobu na biko, ole mba ahuhu nila gebe.
Àníṣe lówó ń pa láọ̀dọ́, ó fa ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn. Àṣìlò ìbálòpọ̀ àti adigunjalè ọ̀sán gangan. Ọlọ́run dá òmìnira padà fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ àwọn aninilára.
Kamata samu suna shan wuya ba aiki. Bacin gaba ba hukanta ba hanya. Da Allah ka buɗe musu hanya a kansu.
No light in the water, no cash at all. Oh. Now so suffer head we dey for here. Oh. Hey, yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, you don't gas for here. Yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, so you don't gas for here. Time like this, we are so confused. We don't know what to do. Please give us strength to take our land and save what's rightly ours.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
No light in the water, no cash at all. Oh. Now so suffer head we dey for here. Oh. Hey, yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, you don't gas for here. Yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, so you don't gas for here. No light in the water, no cash at all. Oh. Now so suffer head we dey for here. Oh. Got to help us. Oh. Hey, yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, you don't gas for here. Yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas, so God to help us for here. God to help us. Oh. God to help us. Oh. You got to help us. Oh. You must help us. Oh. God to help us. Oh. God to help us. Oh. No light in the water, no cash at all. Oh. Now so suffer head we dey for here. Oh. Killing in the east, bomb blast. Killing in the west, kidnapping. It's this the war zone. Killing in the north, killing in the south. The side for we country safe again. God know your hand we do. No light in the water, no cash at all. Oh. Now so suffer head we dey for here. You got to help us. Hey, yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas. God, you help us for here. Yeah, why don't gas? You don't gas. God, you help us.
That one the special number where we import that Nigeria celebrity. This guy we imported him from somewhere to come and do that special number. Guys, that thing we did that in 2016. That was my whole family and some of our friends. You know that song when Obasanjo them sang that song. Oh God, our help! I was so pissed off at them as they see these people. We they talk about something now, go they sing. Oh God, our help in ages fast. So that was our reply to that Obasanjo them song. But that was it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, continuing in our special broadcast today, I want to go back to that controversial video, because a lot of you have been very, very disturbed. A lot of you have been asking questions. Who is that guy? Who is that guy that was in that video? So many things. But I have let us analyze that video very well today, so that we can lay that that thing to rest. All right. Let me. I'm coming. I'm gonna show you the video, and I need us to clear some things, because if we don't clear some things, we go carry our head, can't enter inside the bush. It did very good for people to really, sort out things, correctly. Make we no come they go talk of another thing. All right, so give me 1 second. Make I just arrange. I can arrange the picture. I can arrange the picture. Then the picture go come enter very well. Benny. You see, if you don't know how to speak Yoruba, just say wo, So me, whenever I want to speak my Yoruba, that's all I have to do. I'm just telling you people now. See me, I be Okoro, I be Igbo man. But me, I can form sometimes. If I want to form Yoruba, I just say Emi, wo, That's all you have to do to speak Yoruba. If you need to learn Yoruba, come and meet me. Igbo is advanced. I charge money for Igbo. Then Hausa, muna de malam chiri alhaji chiri rafin dadi shehu. Me, I dey speak am for Hausa, but the kanaji munaji Hausa kadam, but muna de sosai kwajiko to madala. That not my Hausa. If you pay extra fees, I'll teach you Hausa. But let us go back to this very, very controversial video. I hope this is the one, but if it's not the one, we'll still play. But this is just a scene of what happened in court. Listen.
Why is the problem?
Okay, so this is the controversial point that we are talking about. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit and then I'm gonna play it again. So watch what happens watch what happens now as the guy sends his hand. That's the controversial spot. I'm gonna play it one last time, so please listen, watch very carefully, and then we'll talk about it. All right, I'm gonna play it now. I want you to also observe. So this is the person. This is the person who was actually grabbing. So I hope you guys can see my cursor, but this is the person we are talking about. And I needed, some of you did not see the clip up to this point, so that's why we needed to play it to this point. You see that guy? We're still harassing him. Okay. All right, so let's go talk about it a little bit. Okay, guys. So I need you guys to know something. Yesterday I did a video, and we're all emotions were running very high. Everybody was upset. I was upset. We were all shaken by the whole thing. We reviewed that video a lot, many times, but then we interviewed those people that were there on the ground, and those were our men. All those lawyers, everybody was for us. There are some things I cannot say on live broadcast now, but all I want you guys to do, please, I want to beg you something. Just drop that theory. Sowore was not poisoned. They did not inject him with anything. It was in a bid to actually, that hand that you saw was it did not hit Sowore. So I don't want us to continue to escalate it. In fact, let me just tell you, if we continue to escalate it, we'll be creating more problem for ourselves. There are reasons why we cannot continue to escalate it. Just take it from me that Sowore was not injected by that particular person. Hear me out. I cannot confirm that they did not inject Omoyele Sowore with anything. I cannot confirm that they did not spray nerve gas where he was. I cannot confirm any of those things. But as regards the lawyer that we saw his hand, that lawyer did not inflict any bodily harm on Omoyele Sowore. He did not hit him on the head. Even if he hit him, it was an accident. He didn't mean to. He is our man. He's on our side. So please, you need to tell your friends that you heard it from Dr. Chidi, that person is on our side, okay? Comrade Oshooks was there, Comrade Juwon was there, A3 was there, Crown was there, and so many other people were there. They all witnessed what happened, and they collaborated the story that I am telling you now. So the lawyer is not our enemy. The lawyer is our friend. So please, stop all the conspiracy theories. Let us just drop the case. Let us face who our enemy is, okay? So we have apologies to anybody who the way we presented the story and the way all of us have been finding that story, the way it has continued. I hope it has not brought any adverse reactions towards the lawyer, but please, on behalf of my media organization, I really want to apologize if the way we presented the story has put him, I hope it has not put him in any harm's way. But please, you guys are my people. We are all together in this thing. We are together, and you guys know I always tell you the truth. I always tell you the reality on the ground, and the reality on the ground, you can take it from me that the guy is on our side. So please, let us drop the gist about whether the guy did anything to Sowore or not. Please, it is the truth. It is the very, very truth, and nothing but the truth. So are we all good? Are we good? Say I did for North America. So when we see this kind of say, we good? You got me, I got you. You got me, I got you. We're good, no? So let's keep going, man. So right on. You see my people. You see all my people, they give me this kind of thing. No be make they act like, even if you come from village for Nigeria, when others they do, yourself make you they do. Belle no they talk waiting they chop. Nobody knows say you chop up. If people will chop burger, if they do their own, make you do your own. So when they talk, when they put this kind of thing, you say wanna gonna man, yeah, Dr. Chidi says we're good, yeah, thumbs up, they do yourself like this, shame more, wanna gonna. All right, man. So we're good. That's it about that story. There's another one that is coming up. Well, see, Sowore wife, that woman. If you don't know the power of a woman, see the kind of people that Sowore surrounds himself with. I mean, see, make I blow my trumpet small. Me, I no be ordinary person, no. Me as you see me so. For somebody to convince me to be his die-hard person. Sowore try. I respect Sowore. See the kind of friends we Sowore gets. Plenty of us like this. That very tough hard nut. You know, say for school my name na MC Hard Nut. So for sure to convince me to believe in him, there's something he try. For sure to marry the kind wife wey he marry. That woman is tough. That woman, oh my God, you don't even you see how she dey very quiet. She know they do like, she not be like me. We not the noise maker, we not the, forget all the doctor chief for my name, the real side blood. Nah, this. Oh my God, people go say Chidi, you're an architect. Chidi, you're a pastor. You gotta conduct yourself. I say, I beg leave me alone. When I was in school, they gave the award for the best student to a girl. They called me to a meeting. They say, hey Chidi, let's tell you the truth. You know you're the best in design, but you're not the kind of material that the department is proud to present. I say, will you people just pass me? I say, yeah, of course. I say, it's okay, thank you. Carry the award, give another person. Let me go. And then I left. So that's been my life all the time. So Sowore's wife is headed to the United Nations. Hey, Buhari, now you go. See, person wey go fetch firewood, wey get ants. Now he go invite lizard come. You know, say I talk a lot of proverbs. I'm a chief in my village, real chief. Na bwenyi one, Nankano, that na me. They talk say person wey go for inside forest, make you go. That person wey you go inside the forest, you go bring stick, firewood wey get ant. That firewood where you go fetch, where you get an ant. Now you go throw party for lizard, so you cannot be looking very flabbergasted when you see lizard and all this animal coming to your house. It is because you have taken it upon yourself to go inside the bush to fetch firewood that has what do they the firewood that has an ant. So if you don't want lizard and all these things to be coming to your house, then you have to make it a determined act of subjugation to prevent yourself from such an anomalies that is associated with the fetching of firewood that has an ant. But because you have provoked the lizard and every other thing, they have to come to your house. So as Buhari don't go provoke Sowore's wife is taking him to the United Nations. You just watch out. In a couple of days, you go hear him. United Nations. That's the next place. Can say you heard it from Dr. Chidi. Me give you the gist. Me see you. They see you. They see me. Go talk at me. Okay? That's now where we stand now. So basically, I came out here today to encourage all of you. Sowore is still in detention. Sowore, like I told you guys all the time, he knows what he is doing. This is what he set out. This is what he set out to do. Sowore already said this. Sorry, this is what Sowore already said that he was going to do. He's already done it. But for the rest of us, it is our duty to keep the fire burning. I told you guys I spoke to Omoyele Sowore, within that 12 hours of freedom that he enjoyed. I spoke with him and he was in very high spirit. Nothing changed about this man. The same after 190 something days. They forget these people. Very adamant, very purpose, very determined in what he's doing. So if you believe in him, if you believe in his ideology, if you believe in free, you don't have to believe in Sowore, but if you believe in freedom, if you believe in justice, if you believe in fairness for everybody, I'm telling you, I dare say, even for the Fulani man, they deserve justice. Some people are using the poor people. See, the Fulani people that you see that commit this crime, they are not everybody. They are peaceful Fulani people. They are peaceful Muslims. They are peaceful, even people will be native worshippers. What they call them? People will be traditionalists. There are people amongst them that are peaceful, who just want what you want, a peaceful life. The old Fulani, they are headsmen. Let me even tell you something that you say, Chidi, why do you talk like that? But that's the truth. I believe the truth. You might not like it, but it's the truth. There are headsmen who don't like the fact that they say that Fulani headsmen always attack and kill people. No, because they are peaceful people who are minding themselves or just minding their business. When I was young, there used to be this Algoi that they just carry their stuff on their head. They say Fura de Nunu. They sell honey. They come and to our village market. They do makeup with their hair. They live with the people peacefully. It's the wicked ones that manipulate all these people. So if you believe in all of these things, if you believe in freedom of speech for everybody, equal rights for everybody, whether your tribe, your religion, your belief, if you believe in all that, you must continue to preach what Omoyele Sowore has been preaching. You must continue to uphold everything that he's been talking about. And a lot of you keep asking, what will you do? What will you do? There's a lot you can do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of your YouTube. One blogger called me the other day and said, hey, Chidi, I wanted to do something about Sowore, but hey, I don't want them to block my Facebook page. I say, you're talking to the wrongest person. I pitied her because I said, how dare you come to me and be telling me that you don't want to talk about Sowore? Because so me, I'm a fool now. Me, I don't like my life. I don't like the life of my wife. I don't like the life of my kids. Okay, no problem. Leave us. We don't get anything to do with our life. Let us continue to do what we're doing. You that you like your life, continue, preserve your life. No problem. Anyways, what am I forgetting? I like I said before, Sowore's wife is going to be at the United Nations, and she's going to be there at the United Nations very soon. And if to say Buhari for no go begin to touch the woman, touch the woman's husband, Buhari for just leave them alone. But as Buhari no can leave them alone, well, not be me cause anything for her. Anything where you say, you go take her. I've almost come to the end of my thing today, but there's something before we go. There's something I need you guys to hear, because some of you, when you came, you didn't hear it. So by special request, this is what I'm going to leave you guys with. Okay. Woo! I can see everything, no, turning around, no. Everything turning around, brother. I can see everything, no, everything turning around, turning around, oh my God. I can see everything, no, turning around, oh, turning around, oh. See everything, no, turning around, oh, for my good. Turning around, oh, for my good. Yes, so everything is turning around for our good. Everything is turning around for your good. I want you to go into this weekend. Don't bother. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Sowore is going to be fine. God is on the throne. God is working. We're doing whatever we can. You do what you can. And then God will see all of us through. I really want to thank every one of you who continues to support us, and who continues to help us, and and do what we. Oh, no! Before I forget, my director has just warned me seriously. But you guys remember that we are mourning the death of Mazin Nnamdi Kano's dad. It is very painful to us. We think that the Nigerian government. Remember when I was telling you people about the person that went and fetch the what do they call her? Went and fetch firewood that has ants. Trouble, sleep, Inyanga go wake am. Dem talk say person wey go dey swim inside water wey crocodile dey, na wetin the person dey look for, na trouble. E go get am. E go get am. Igbo people talk say onye akpana nwa agụ aka n'ọdụ ma ọ dị ndụ ma ọ nwụrụ anwụ. You need to see my face when I dey talk am. Akpakwala nwa agụ aka n'ọdụ ma ọ dị ndụ ma ọ nwụrụ anwụ. Na im be say when you see lion, make you no go dey touch the tail, whether the lion is dead or alive. When you hear say Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the Ohamadike one of Ndi Igbo, no be small title be that o. I don't think they are advising the federal government of Nigeria. The person who advised the federal government of Nigeria to embark on a mission that inflicted harm on Nnamdi Kanu's mother to the point where the mother died. The mother has not been buried as we speak. The person who advised them to embark on a mission that inflicted the kind of injury that has now led to the death of Nnamdi Kanu's dad, that person did not advise well. And if you are there and you're believing that after all of these whole things happens, that the people who are at the helm of all of these things will go scot-free, you need to have your brain reset, because time for payback is coming. This revolution is coming. You heard Omoyele Sowore say it. The revolution is coming. The revolution is coming. Revolution now. Revolution now. What do we want? Revolution. When do we want it? Now. The federal government of Nigeria, we will continue to drive it home until when you see orange. When they see orange anywhere, if you go and paint if you go and do anything orange, if you come to a government function and you wear orange, they will be afraid of you. They should start fearing orange. All right, guys, that's our program for today. On behalf of my boss, Dr. Erica Wayan, and every member of our crew from Worship Media, Toronto, Canada, this is Dr. Chidi, thanking all of you and telling you from the bottom of my heart that I love you.